All right, welcome back. Welcome back to another rendition of Math is Easy Step by Step. I'd like to go over some HiSET test question examples. And I'd like to also give some test taking strategies. So let's just jump right into it. Which of the following expressions, A, B, C, D, and E, is equivalent or equal to the cubed root of 343 times x to the ninth power times y to the seventh power? So again, let's just look at these options A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, we have a couple, A and E, with a fractional exponential power. That should trigger some red flags. That's kind of unusual. Okay, we also have to the same powers, right? X is to the third, y is to the 7/3 exponential power. And then E, we have x to the third power, y is to the 7/3 exponential power. So keep an eye on these. The only difference between the two is E has that square root of 7. The square root of 7. So let's go through here. Right now I don't have enough information to eliminate other than, what's this? This is a cubed root. And they're leaving answers D and E in a square root. That should also be a red flag, but not enough for me to eliminate any possible answers. So we're going to go through and step by step simplify this expression to see which possible answer is the best option. So let's go ahead and do that now. So a couple key tips here are to watch my exponents video and focus on fractional exponents. I've made a number of videos on fractions. I talk about invisible ones. I also talk about fractional exponents, okay, in my videos. And in reviewing, real quickly, you'd want to watch my videos to get a better understanding. But when you have a fractional exponent like you do here with this y variable, the top or the numerator part of the fraction is your exponential power. The denominator part of that exponential fraction represents the cubed, right? The cubed introduced in the problem. If you need to stop, pause, rewind, go ahead and do that. Take a look at the actual expression. It has a cubed root, right? And so if this was a 2, it'd be a square root. If this was to the fourth power, it'd be a fourth root, right? If it's a fifth power, it would be a fifth root. And so let me show you that to you here. Well, this is the next page where we're going to break things down manually. But here's the cubed root, right? That's represented by the denominator value of 3. So I want to clarify that before moving on. If that confused you, please go back and take some time and review my videos on exponents, right? And some of my videos on the invisible one. They really clarify a lot of things. So here is a review of cubed roots, right? So this is a cubed root. And if you saw my video prior, a square root, they don't have any values here. You're just supposed to know a square root. They don't indicate the 2, right? It's kind of invisible. Cubed root, fourth root, fifth root, 100th root, whatever it is, they will indicate like you see here with the 3, but not the square root. So what is a cubed root? You need 3 of the identical terms or numbers just to pull out one value. So in the cube root of 8, that's 2 times 2, which is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. I got 3 2's. I can pull 1 out. My solution would be 2. I got a cube root of x to the third power. In reviewing, x to the third power is x times x times x. Again, there's an invisible 1. There's an invisible 1, and if you don't know that, this may be a little more challenging. There's an invisible 1 in these exponents places, and the rule is when you multiply, you add them. So x cubed would be x times x times x. You got 3 of the same item, the same term. Here it's a variable of x. The simplification or the solution for this example is x. I hope that didn't confuse anybody. I'm in the business of clarification. So let's take a look at these options that we have. And maybe now we can understand. If I'm going too fast, please stop, pause, rewind the old video. I apologize for the shaking. Got a little shaking going on here. Okay. So, let's take a look at A through E answer options, right? There's a huge clue. 7 in all answers. So 7 times 7 times 7. If you have to figure this out manually, I'm going to show you in the next video how to do that. Most likely will multiply to 343. So if you're having a hard time figuring out, wow, and you don't have a scientific calculator, right? You need to determine it manually. And again, I'm going to show you on the next video how to do that. But a huge clue, right? Let's go back to these options, A through E. A through E. You can see every one of them has a 7, 7, 7, 7, 7 as an answer. So most likely, you can use that clue to determine manually what that value of 343 breaks down to. 7 times 7 is 49. 49 times 7 is 343, right? Or if you are allowed a scientific calculator, again, I guess it just depends on the area that you live in, what they will or will not allow. Then, of course, you could enter the cubed root icon, then the number, target number, 343, then the equal sign, and that will give you a value of 7. Again, the other option, if you're not allowed a scientific calculator, depending on your state, your region, is you got to do it manually. We will do this together in the part 2 video and showing you how to break down every term inside that cubed root expression, and you'll find that the answer even then is a little bit tricky. Thanks for joining me. Math is easy. Oh, some shaking going on here. Take it step by step. Thank you for joining me again. If I've helped you, please help me.